The Association of Southeast Asian Nations is still positive that it can meet its 2015 deadline of establishing a united community. ASEAN Secretary General Surin Pitsuwan believes the group can achieve its goal even though it failed to reach a joint communique during its 45th Foreign Ministers meeting in Cambodia. The organization failed to create a concluding statement for the territorial dispute in the West Philippine Sea after the host country refused to play the customary role in seeking an agreement. Pitsuwan adds the bloc can meet its deadline, although member countries have to work together to solve these kinds of problems. Nobel laureate Aung San Suu Kyi makes her first speech in Parliament, and China braces for more floods as another round of heavy rains is forecasted to hit Beijing. These and more in this Around Asia update from Claire Saldran.
Myanmar's opposition leader Aung San Suu Kyi addressed the parliament to support calls for new laws that will protect the country's ethnic minority groups. Her address symbolized the huge changes in Myanmar since the military ceded power to a quasi-civilian government last year. Suu Kyi said the ethnic minorities suffered decades of civil war and underdevelopment, the reason why she asserts laws should be made to guarantee their rights. The Nobel laureate cited a report by the Asian Development Bank and said the country's ethnic minority areas were the worst affected by poverty. In China, Beijing's Meteorological Bureau issued a yellow alert warning, informing the public to brace for another round of storms. State media said heavy rainstorms are expected to hit the capital and surrounding districts. The warning came just a few days after devastating floods hit the country, leaving around 110 people dead and 47 others missing. The rains were the worst to pelt Beijing in 61 years. And in North Korea, state television service KRT confirms that its leader Kim Jong-un is married, ending all speculations over his relationship with the woman seen at his side recently. KRT says the wife's name is Ri Sol-ju, but provides no other details. Some observers in South Korea speculated she was a singer Kim dated years ago. Recent television footage showed the two laughing with each other during a visit to a preschool in Pyongyang, clapping while watching a performance featuring Western show tunes. Claire Saldran, Solar News.
U.S. President Barack Obama pledged to work with the Congress on violence reduction following the Colorado shooting rampage that killed at least a dozen people. Claire Saldran returns with this World Update.
U.S. President Barack Obama vows to work with leaders to reduce gun violence across the country following the Colorado shooting incident. He made the statement before the National Urban League, a group promoting civil rights and economic improvement for African Americans. Obama, however, was careful in discussing the issue of gun control, avoiding making proposals that could offend gun owners since it's an election year. Meanwhile, satellite observations revealed a dramatic and unprecedented level of ice melt in Greenland. NASA and U.S. scientists said an estimated 97% of Greenland's ice sheet surface thawed in mid-July. Researchers have not determined whether this extensive melt can affect the overall volume of ice loss and contribute to sea level rise. Climate scientists say that on average, every summer, about half of Greenland's ice sheet surface naturally melts, but water quickly refreezes in place. And in Argentina, the government unveils a special banknote to commemorate the woman considered to be the spiritual leader of the nation. Eva Perón, immortalized in the film Evita, can now be seen from the back of a 100 Argentine peso banknote. Eva was an actress when she met Juan Domingo Perón, then future president of Argentina, and was soon involved in politics. Because the nation loved her, she was given a state funeral when she died of cancer at age 33, an act usually reserved for heads of state. Claire Saldran, Solar News.